Here's a culture tip that could save you from major relationship confusion. In Lebanon, getting engaged means committing to a year of celebrations, ceremonies, and family events. In Sweden, you just tell people you're engaged and move on with your life. Welcome to the commitment timeline, where the gap between yes and I do can be 12 months of parties or 12 seconds of announcing it.
So let's start with Lebanon, because their engagement process is essentially a second full relationship phase, isn't it?
It absolutely is. In Lebanese culture, the engagement isn't just an announcement. It's a year-long series of events, ceremonies, and family gatherings that formally join two families together.
A full year?
Usually 9 months to a year minimum. There's the initial proposal, then the ketbil kitab, the religious contract signing. Then multiple engagement parties for different family circles, then regular family gatherings where both sides meet repeatedly.
So it's not just, we're engaged, see you at the wedding.
Not even close. The engagement period is when families truly merge. You're attending dinners at each other's homes, meeting extended relatives, participating in religious ceremonies, and hosting events where your social circles blend.
That sounds exhausting.
It is. I know a Lebanese-American woman, Rania, who got engaged to a guy from California. She tried to explain that the engagement meant her family expected them to attend Sunday dinners every week, host an engagement party for 200 people, and participate in multiple religious ceremonies before the wedding.
And the Californian boyfriend?
He thought engaged meant they'd set a wedding date and that was it. He'd planned to keep his normal routine, work, gym, friends, until the wedding day. When Rania's family started calling about the first engagement party 3 weeks after the proposal, he was completely blindsided.
Bit of an expectations mismatch.
Massive. In Lebanese culture, once you're engaged, you're already part of both families. You have obligations, responsibilities, and a social calendar that's suddenly packed with family events.
What's the actual purpose, though?
It's a vetting period, essentially. Families get to know each other deeply before the wedding. You see how your future spouse handles family dynamics, how compatible the families are, whether everyone can actually get along for the next 50 years.
So it's practical, not just ceremonial.
Exactly. Lebanese families are incredibly close-knit. Marriage isn't just joining two people, it's merging two entire family networks. The year-long engagement ensures everyone's truly compatible before making it permanent.
Now, Sweden takes a radically different approach, doesn't it?
How different?
In Sweden, you get engaged by deciding you're engaged. You might tell your close family and friends, post on social media, and that's essentially it. No ceremonies, no year of events, no formal family mergers.
That's it?
That's it. Swedish culture sees engagement as a personal decision between the couple. There's no expectation of elaborate announcements or family events. You're engaged when you say you're engaged.
Do families even meet before the wedding?
They might, but it's casual. Maybe a dinner if everyone's in the same city. But there's no formal the families must meet ceremony. Swedish culture respects individual autonomy. If you've decided to marry someone, your family trusts your judgment.
So, no engagement parties?
Some people might have a casual gathering, but it's not expected. I know a Swedish couple, Eric and Anna, who got engaged on a hiking trip. They texted their parents a photo of the ring, posted on Instagram, and that was their entire engagement announcement.
Very efficient.
Extremely. Their Lebanese friends were bewildered. But where's the party? When do the families meet? What about the celebration? To Eric and Anna, the engagement was a private decision that didn't require public performance.
How long was their engagement?
3 months. They got engaged in June, married in September. No year of events, no elaborate planning, just a simple wedding with close friends and family.
So it's about minimizing ceremony to focus on the relationship itself.
Exactly. Swedes see the year-long engagement marathon as unnecessary. You've already decided to marry. Why spend a year performing that decision for everyone else?
So where do other cultures fall on this engagement timeline?
Filipino culture leans closer to Lebanon. There's the pamamanhikan, a formal ceremony where the groom's family asks the bride's family for permission. Then often a long engagement with multiple family gatherings.
Why long?
Partly practical. Filipino weddings are expensive, so couples often spend a year or two saving. but also cultural. Families are central to Filipino life. The engagement period is when families bond and prepare for the merger.
British engagements fall somewhere in the middle, don't they?
Very much so. We typically do an announcement, maybe an engagement party, but it's not a year of mandatory events. The engagement might last 6 months to 2 years, depending on wedding planning timelines, but there's no prescribed social calendar.
American engagements are interesting because we've turned them into a mini industry.
How so?
We have engagement photos, engagement parties, bridal showers, bachelor/bachelorette parties. We've created an entire engagement economy. But it's optional performance, not family obligation like Lebanon.
Very American to monetize commitment.
Right? We took the European casual approach and added capitalism. You can have whatever engagement experience you want, as long as you're willing to pay for it.
What about Colombian engagements?
Colombia has the serenata tradition. The groom serenades the bride's family, often with mariachi bands. It's romantic and public, but the engagement period itself is flexible. Some couples do long engagements with multiple celebrations. Others keep it simple.
Here's what I find fascinating about engagement length. It reveals what cultures believe the engagement is actually for.
In Lebanon, engagement is a testing period. Can these families actually merge? Can this couple navigate family dynamics? The year of events answers those questions before the permanent commitment.
In Sweden, engagement is simply a public declaration of a private decision. The testing happened during dating. Once you're engaged, you're ready to marry. No additional vetting needed.
And neither approach is wrong. They're solving for different cultural priorities. Lebanese families are deeply enmeshed, so family compatibility matters enormously. Swedish culture values individual autonomy, so the couple's decision is paramount.
The cultural misunderstandings must be brutal for international couples.
They're massive. Imagine a Lebanese woman marrying a Swedish man. Her family expects a year of Sunday dinners, engagement parties, and family bonding. His family expects a text message and maybe one casual dinner.
Someone's family feels disrespected either way.
Exactly. If they follow the Swedish model, her family feels insulted. You don't care about our traditions? If they follow the Lebanese model, his family feels overwhelmed. Why are there so many mandatory events?
So, what's the actual solution?
You have to negotiate before getting engaged. What does engagement mean to each family? What events are non-negotiable? How much family involvement do you both want?
And then compromise?
Usually some version of, we'll do fewer events than Lebanon expects, but more than Sweden typically does. Maybe 3 or 4 key family gatherings instead of monthly dinners for a year.
Or you announce the engagement and the wedding simultaneously.
Some international couples do that. They skip the engagement phase entirely to avoid the cultural conflict. Get engaged and married within a month before either family can establish their expectations.
The engagement timeline isn't really about time. It's about what the engagement represents.
Whether it's a year of family integration or a simple announcement, the timeline tells you everything about how that culture views marriage, family involvement, and the balance between individual choice and family obligation.
And how much of your social calendar you're willing to surrender.
Welcome to International Engagements, where yes might mean clearing your schedule for the next 12 months. Thanks for watching this exploration of engagement timelines across cultures. If you've ever been confused about what engaged actually requires, now you know why.
Next episode gets heavier. The mourning methods. Because if engagement timing confuses you, imagine navigating funeral expectations. In Ghana, celebrating loudly at funerals is required. In Poland, only crying is acceptable. Get that wrong, and you've deeply offended the grieving family.
Subscribe for new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. And if you've survived a year-long engagement or announced yours in a text message, share your story in the comments.
We love hearing about your milestone ceremony experiences.
Until next time, may your engagement timeline match your family's expectations.
Or at least come with a detailed calendar.